Single-cylinder offense, defense, and here special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle, Denver, Super Bowl 48, Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really played...
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on second and long. Brady. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 to the 25-yard line. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina.
That is something you almost never see. A punt return better than 100 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Panthers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing now is Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And quickly they get to the line. On 3rd and 1, Corral. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Corral throwing forward on 4th.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their 38.
He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive.
There we go.
Defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well. Keep handing it to him.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Brady now to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. It's 3rd down.
That's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
From the gun, it's Brady. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead, the effort isn't lost one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
A 2nd and 11 for the 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Corral under pressure. They got him again. Akeem Hicks. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back back-to-back sacks. On third down, Corral. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now Brady again. Left side here, that's complete to Gabe. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either. Into the red zone, it's Brady. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now Brady. Flushed out right. Completes it again to Gage. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down and goal. Brady. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. It's third down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bucs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point try now for Succop. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Robbie Anderson and his Carolina Panther offense, they trot back out there. Glancing down at the stat sheet, and we've been tracking it, but you get a 100-yard game, you're really happy. You're over 200 like he is. You probably want that ball after this game, don't you?
You want that one. You want to continue to call the same plays in any other game you play. You're having one of those magical performances that just never want to end. And you know something? Your fellow receivers, they get those clenched grins right now like, congratulations. Well, why isn't it me?
Well, so far, it's been all about him. To throw again on second down. Corral. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Corral sets up play action. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 25 yards that time.
Corral looking to throw.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Tommy Trimble.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Panthers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, and I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead.